I got kind of a weird thing going on with my old 95 Dakota V8. Fuel pump went out on it last year, so it's been sitting at least a half a year. I got a new fuel pump. I decided the other day I'm gonna try and start it. What the heck, one last time before I put the new fuel pump in. And to my surprise, it started right up. So last fall I did test the fuel pressure out of this fuel pressure rail test port right here, and I was not getting any pressure. I have a tester here that I got off eBay like 7 or 8 years ago or something, and it seems to work decent. I've used it on multiple vehicles, but when it did start, it came out and I looked at the engine quickly to see if anything was going on, and of course something was going on. Out of this test port there was gas coming out. I don't think that looks right. I'll have to get a flashlight and look down in there. Yes, it was leaking gas. This does not look right to me. I think this little valve got broken when I put this test port on. There is a little indent, but I don't remember really wrenching on it hard. You know, just enough to seal it up so it wouldn't leak. It was leaking out of, there's a special cover that goes over it also. That was on tight and it was still leaking out, so I quickly shut it off. So to get these little valves out, just use a valve stem tool for like on your tires. Same thing seems to work. So I don't know, I'm thinking this broke somehow when I put that test port on. But why the heck did the vehicle start now? The symptoms of the fuel pump going out, which I believe is what happened, were I drove it to town one last time, shut it off at home, next time went to use the vehicle, and it did not start. I started it probably half a dozen times within the last half a year, and it would almost start, it would pop off a tiny bit. It's like it just wasn't pumping. I did check the continuity at the fuel pump, and I was getting voltage. So, and this is the easy way to do it. I changed this fuel pump out 7 or 8 years ago, so I'm not happy that it actually failed already, if that's what's going on. Seems like what's going on. That was an Amazon special. I think I got it for 65 bucks 7 or 8 years ago, but anyway, I'm going to inspect that this a little bit more. I got to get a flashlight, but it almost looks like that bottom is broken just a little bit. So that's a first for me. Alright, I did find a valve core for my valve stem for my tire, and it does look very similar, so I think it did break. It's even the same length, it looks like. Yeah, this is just too wobbly. This doesn't seem right to me. So I see it probably wasn't sealing because it didn't have the piece of plastic. It's a piece of hard plastic that makes the seal. So it looks to me like it probably dropped into the intake manifold. So I hope there's a filter there and it doesn't end up in the inside the engine where the pistons are. Try and fish it out. If you don't have any of these yet, get yourself some. Come in handy. Well, something does seem fishy about that. Pretty sure it's broken off in there. I tried to use my hook tool set to try and get it out, and I think I'm gonna have to use an easy out to get it out. So it seems like it was stuck in the open position. So I got it tightened enough. If you over tighten it, then it seems to hold it open. So it's just snug, and I'm going to try and start the truck now. And hopefully gas doesn't come pouring out. Put that on there. Cap. For the heck of it.